We're live. What's going on, everybody? This is a brand new version of the Red Cup review because YouTube is kicking down the door with their new way they're doing stuff. So the old stream's gone, and we're gonna be streaming this way for the. You'll notice something new on the bottom there, and here it goes.
That was me. That was me.
You? Yeah, I had the same problem. All right, cool. So welcome everybody to the Red Cup review. I am your host Rob Banks, and tonight I'm joined, as always, by Baz. What's up? Say what's up.
What's up, peoples?
What's going on, everybody? Make sure you guys throw a comment and like the video and join the chat because it's going to be a fun night. Rob Just a Fan just jumped on. Hey, y'all. What's up, brother? Okay. Baz, what are your pickups of the week? Usually we start the show with the pickups of the week. So, Baz, what do you got to show for us this week?
I don't think I picked up anything this week.
All right. Well,
no, everything was last week.
Okay,
yeah.
So tell me your what you call. What do you got? You said you wanted to show some stuff off.
Oh yeah. Well, I was moving my 17 boxes filled of comic books into a storage space the past 2 days, all by my lonesome. That was rough, but I took some comic books home with me to have around the house. So I just wanted to show you some cover art porn. This is. Superman. This is one of your favorite. This is your favorite story, right?
Yeah. For some reason, you're coming in mad blurry now. Did something happen to your stream? You're not streaming at 720 now.
Really?
Check your stream, yeah, for your settings. You're very blurry now.
Nah, man, 720. Yo.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, it slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
I see it trying to buffer through though.
Okay. So we got Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
Nice.
Which was kind of like the ending of the Bronze Age Superman.
Yeah, I love
story
that
wise,
man. I absolutely freaking love that story.
Superman and Gen 13. This is like, they had a lot of team ups back in the 90s. I thought were cool. The Eternals. I want to brush up on my Eternals because the movie's coming out soon. I don't like the casting too much. I have some issues with that. We can talk about that later. The issue that started the renaissance of the Green Lantern, Sinestro Corps 1 special.
Nice. These are just comics you had lying around?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We got Justice League team up with the JSA. They actually made a T-shirt out of this cover. It's a really cool freaking cover. They're fighting the Justice Gang or whatever they're called. Yeah, look, I got a Rob Liefeld signed Youngblood #1.
Burn it.
They got this famous cover.
Put it under a bad rock. That's an excellent. It's one of the best covers.
137.
Yeah.
I got a cool Gambit cover on the back. Number 315. That's when Joe had, what's his name? Madureira?
Yeah, Joe punch you in the face mid-era.
We got a Avengers 1.5 drawn by Bruce Timm.
Oh, nice!
So it's cool, right? It's the original lineup of the Avengers versus Doctor Doom.
You should take a picture of that and put it on the official page on Facebook. That's I'd like to see that. And
Okay, yeah, definitely. The whole issue is drawn by Bruce Timm too. It's not just the cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so those are just some comics that I brought back with me.
Nice. That's pretty freaking cool, man. Everybody, let us know what you guys think about the new layout. Rob says he likes it. Rob Just a Fan says he still doesn't know anything about the Sinestro Corps. You really should, because that's probably like one of the best, if not the best Green Lantern storyline when they did the whole rebirth. Watch, pretty much do every Ethan Van Sciver Green Lantern from Rebirth on, and you'll be very, very, very happy. Because those are like some fantastic stories from Sinestro Corps straight up through Blackest Night. All right, I don't have anything to show off this week, but what I do have is like as far as pickups of the week. I don't, sometimes I just can't pick up something every single week, but I did. There was a big sale this week on Inside Editions. Inside Editions is like an online book. They do like hardcover books and like special editions and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, they had a 70% off sale. So to me, it was like, what are they going out of business? So I had to pull the trigger on some stuff I had just sitting in my wait list. So I picked up my daughter a DC Comics coloring book, which is basically all DC comic covers, classic covers. It has like the New Teen Titans #1. It has like the Wonder Woman with George Perez on the cover, that stuff. So I showed it to her. She liked it, so I got her that. I got myself this book called Ain't Got Time to Bleed, which is basically this pretty cool concept. It's kind of silly though. It's all the 80s action heroes and their injuries they've accrued over the course of whatever film, and whether or not they would have died or lived legitimately through that film, and like a doctor's prognosis on like, what happens when you jump out of a window or get shot in the arm or run over broken glass like in Die Hard. So I got that. All right, I got a comic book versions of H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man and The Island of Dr. Moreau, and I got the Die Hard, The Ultimate Visual History. And for all that, I paid $37. So there was a pretty ridiculous sale going on there, and I was pretty happy with it. Let's see, Rogers Fan Plus Picard TV show looks interesting. Plus the Chucky TV Chucky's getting a TV show. Had no idea about that. There's a Creepshow TV show coming that I can't wait for. That looks like it's gonna be pretty good. And the Endgame Blu-ray that will be coming at the end of this month. I don't know if the Blu-ray will be out, but by the 30th, I think in just a couple of days, I think you get it on digital. Speaking of which, what the fuck is today? 27th. Okay, so in a couple of days. I think on Tuesday, you'll be able to get it on digital. Anyways, that's all I got this week. Baz, you're good to go. Let's start talking about some collectibles.
Did you want to talk about Ninja Turtles, Batman?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. So, what did you think of Ninja Turtles versus Batman?
Okay, so I started watching it. I loved the fight between Batman and Splinter. I thought that was a classic fight. That's like one of the best Batman versus battles ever in my book. Okay, so it's up there. I like the way he took on the Turtles. That was a fun fight. But then it went downhill for me when the Arkham villains took the mutagen and turned into various animals, like animal versions of themselves.
That's true. You never read the comic?
No.
Yeah, no, that's straight out of the comic. All the villains
I know
different animals.
I thought that it got a little ridiculous for me, and it got a little too goofy for my taste, and I just stopped watching it from there. I'll pick it up again, but I kind of lost interest once it went, that kind of cartoony.
Yeah, well, it's a cartoon for kids. It's actually more of a kid cartoon. Yeah, Batman did fight Splinter, Rob. He fights him in the comic. He fights him in the cartoon, and it's really, really, really awesome. Yeah, so it turns more.
It's a brutal fight, man.
It turns more Batman versus better. You mean, Baz?
Right, everything got all crazy. I didn't hear anything.
Batman versus Splinter or Batman versus Shredder?
Oh, I didn't see the Splinter fight. Batman fought Splinter?
No, you said he fought Splinter.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Shredder. I'm mixing those two.
Yeah, he fought. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Splinter, Shredder, two S's.
I think he fights him in the comic though, or there's like a small fight with them in the comic. I'm pretty. I think. Right. I'm not sure. I gotta. The newer one is more on the forefront of my mind. The sequel, which is even better. The sequel, like Bane comes to New York City and takes over the Foot Clan and turns it into like the League of Assassins 2.0. It's awesome.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, I liked it. You got to finish it. Just to catch the ending. But yeah, the ending it is more of a Ninja Turtles type cartoon. It's the type of thing you want to see. You want to see what like it's good for kids. Yeah, like
because the Shredder Batman fight was like so legit. Like it was like hardcore. I was like, damn. I got into that mode, and then it got like really kind of cartoony. Like freaking spoilers, Mr. Freeze turns into a polar bear.
Right? Yeah.
And it's just like. So, whatever. It's still cool,
but you like Batman Forever.
Exactly. We all we're all hypocrites with our tastes, right?
Yeah. Speaking of which, getting into the actual stuff of the week here, if you guys don't mind, bam, there's the new reveal right there. Okay, now I'm gonna.
Awesome.
Okay, am I screen sharing now with you guys? You guys can see that. Yeah, you got all right. Cool. It's playing out perfectly. All right, so here we go. Here's the eight. This is like the Hong Kong version of Toy Fair, and this was like their release for that. They held this back from San Diego Comic-Con, and this was obviously their release for this Toy Fair, and it looks good. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty spot on in the face. What do you think, Baz?
That yellow bat on the yellow bat on the belt buckle, is that
accurate? I don't remember it either. I thought it was
like
totally
accurate to the movie.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
you got a couple of more up close shots of Robin. I'm not liking the up close shots of Robin. I think the head sculpt looks pretty good. I don't like the outfit. I think that they need to rework this whole abdomen piece here, and his chest is too flat. It needs to kind of come out a little bit more. So, and the color needs to be a little bit darker and shinier as well. But so I'm not a fan of the way this piece between the cod piece and up here looks. Not really feeling it, but the head sculpt's all right. It's just really a matter of where the light's hitting it. Like it looks really good here. This looks.
How much you think? How much you think you might charge?
I'm gonna say $251 for Batman, and I'm gonna say $235 for Robin.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think that's accurate? $235 for Robin, $251 for Batman. Since $251 seems to be like the new, the new price of pretty much everything at this point. That's what I'm thinking of. Caffeine will kill you. Yeah, Joseph M. Just got my 1/4 scale Joker Hot Toys. It's a masterpiece. Definitely getting Forever Figs if they become. Yeah, if they become a pre-order. I mean, how could you get excited about something when who the hell knows if it's ever gonna actually happen in the first place? It's a little ridiculous. Is that Kilmer bats? Shouldn't it be Clooney bats to match the Robin? No, that was Robin actually had this outfit in Batman Forever, and in Batman and Robin, he had the Nightwing outfit, which had the black with the red on it. Everybody gets those two movies confused, I've noticed lately. But no, this is actually true to it's the colors aren't accurate to the movie. But that was the new thing. Baz, you said that the Robin was going to be an instant pre-order for you. What about the Batman?
Of course, I'm a slave.
You're a slave to anything Batman, huh?
Yeah, I'm a fucking slave. I hate it.
For those watching now, you guys want to join the official Red Cup review page, the Rebellion on Facebook, go right ahead. We're always putting all kinds of crazy updates on.
Are you getting a chat on the side? Because I ain't getting shit where it says private chat.
No, they're not supposed to click on private chat. Private chat is a private chat between me and you. The regular chat I'm seeing on the side. Yeah.
So how do I get regular chat? I want regular chat on the side.
Click on. Sorry, guys. You guys are gonna have to bear with us. Show. No, that's that. It should just show up on the side of your thing there, dude. Click off of private chat. Or go up to comments. Click on comments. Go up to where it says comments, and you should see it. For instance, again, this is something that is going to be going on in the Bronx in the next week or two. The city council is going to be bringing Stanley Way to University Avenue. So an area on the Bronx on University Avenue is going to be renamed Stanley Way. There's all different types of stuff. You guys can come and post and check out. We were talking about Hot Toys being made of Tommy Boy and Chris Farley this week. A couple other things. We had some Alex Ross stuff, a cool little cartoon shared here by Kevin Moore. So the page is got a lot of stuff going on with it. All right, enough of that bullshit promotion. Let's go back to StreamYard. Let's go back to screen share, and we got to screen share something. I'm going to stop here and then reshare the screen, Chrome tab, and Sideshow like we always do here. And bam, let's see if it's coming up properly. Yes, it is. All right. This is the week's pre-orders that came up. They have this that I've seen a lot of people going Google Gaga over, but I'm just not really feeling. Because to me, if you're going to get a print of X-Men Comics #1, wouldn't you want the Jim Lee version? I don't understand why you would want another artist's exact copy of an iconic cover. I don't know. That's where I'm at with this. Baz, what do you think?
It's all right. How much is it?
Let's see. $450. That's
whatever.
what the
Come on.
That's the paper. That's paper. And then $500 for the wrapped canvas. I see people going Google Gaga over this. So, I figure an unframed,
Who's
225.
the artist? Who's the artist in this shit?
225.
Who's the artist? Who's the artist in this shit?
The artist on this is, let's see, product details. Licensed by Marvel, 300 edition. It's pretty big. I mean, it's 42 inches by 18 inches, so it's pretty massive. I can see why it costs a little bit more. Authorized automated pencil signature, so it's not even a real signature. It's an authorized automated pencil signature. Let's see, brand manufacturer, artist Ian McDonald. I don't know who that artist is, but apparently he works for Marvel and he did this. I mean, it looks good. The art is nice on it, but to me, it's like if you're gonna release something like this, you just do the Jim Lee version. I don't know.
All right. I was gonna say. Right. So I could share the screen now too. Also, right? I don't need what you call it. You don't need to okay it. I can just automatically do it. It'll show up on the screen.
Yeah, but I'd have to stop my screen share in order to put yours on.
Okay. Just let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done because I got something to show you.
All right, then I'll take it down. I thought we were going to look at the collectibles now.
No, we're gonna look at this. Well, yeah, no. Let's look at the collectibles. So just let me know when we're done looking at the collectibles. Then I'll show you.
All right, cool.
Is that
so Iron Man?
Hold on, Penguin, bro.
Penguin.
I see a penguin.
So the Penguin is going to be a multi-part statue. Okay, it's small, you know, but it's like this is like something that's supposed to go in with like other statues. Like you have to collect them all to connect like the rooftops.
Oh, I hate that
it's
shit.
Like a builder statue, 1/12 scale, so it's about the size of a Mezco figure.
It's a pain in the ass.
Why is it? You don't want.
I don't want to like be like like have to like buy the whole freaking the whole thing, like all those statues.
Exactly. No, I understand.
It forces me,
forces you to have to do it. All right. So there was a lot of hoopla this week over Iron Man's Hot Toys doing Mezco style figures, and this was released. And here's your Hall of Armor miniature collectible set. I don't even know if these articulate. I gotta take a look at it. Here's Iron Man 3, right? They all come in this nice little neat box, but they're mad tiny. I don't even know if they're 1/12 scale. Like I gotta see the scale on these things because it's Hot Toys specifically 12 centimeters in height. What's that? The height? They're 4 1/7 inch in height. They're tiny. So these things aren't even the size of Mezco's. This is super, super small for 235. I don't know, man. I'm not doing this. Not at that size. Because at this point, they just look like glorified, like DC collectibles or something. It looks nice when it's done like that under professional photography, but if it's not 6 scale or 12 scale, I don't mess with it. LED light up function. I guess they're gonna bang you over the head for that, but unless there's like a plug-in in the back where you could have it lit up at all times, like plug it into the wall with an on-off switch. I don't know, batteries. I don't know if I'm feeling that. So those of you that collect and collect Mezcos that like me that found out that Hot Toys were doing smaller versions, probably not. Here's your smaller version. Everything else is conjecture and rumor until that happens. CM Brock, no, they don't articulate. So whack, whack, whack.
So they're just like little stiff statues in the back.
Yeah, it's
just like a background. It's like a diorama.
Exactly. Dan Lee says he would rather have the original Jim Lee. Guys, you got to remember, I'm bouncing back. You know what? I got to pull this shit up on here. I'm always putting the cart before the horse here, guys. So you got to give me a second. It's because so I can keep an eye on the chat as it's happening and coming up. All right, cool. Rob Justafania, he says it every week. He doesn't care much for statues. They chip too easy. Okay, let's see. Hey, and Edward Diaz says, what's up? What's up, Ed? Okay, so back to it. Sonic and Tails, $500 statue, whatever. I don't give a shit about Sonic, so unless you guys want to look at that, I'm not even going to comment on it. They got the Gandalf the Grey up for $350, so here you go, guys. I heard somewhere where Asmus was going to be doing free shipping on there, so if you want to order from Asmus and get it a little early, your bonus is going to be getting it with free shipping. However, if you want to get banged over the head with shipping and taxes, by all means, Sideshow is going to be having theirs as well. And you can see here, I can look at this every week. I mean, look at this. Look, it's just absolutely beautiful. One guy was actually complaining about the size of the book of the Book of Moria because it's not accurate. It's supposed to be about twice the size of the book he's reading here. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Oh, change it." And it was like, "All right, like one guy was like, all right, whatever, bro. Like get over it." I don't know. I think he looks great. Let's see if there's any other pictures here. Here's his full breakdown. He's got the wizard staff that he used to defeat the Balrog. He's got the movable eyes, the glued-on beard. You got Glamdring is his sword, obviously, right? His traveling bag, his pipe, his the book in the cave, and his hands. It'd be pretty interesting if you can get like the pipe and maybe get like you'd probably have to take a real little bit of you take a little bit of cotton, like a small piece of cotton, and you could probably stuff it in the tip of his pipe and make it look like there's actually smoke coming out. That would be pretty cool. Let's see. We've looked at that weeks ago, though. Just to give you guys a heads up. They have a book on Disneyland. Okay, here's slap in the face of the week.
Why do I gotta pay $350 for a freaking old homeless person? I got a bunch of them down the block. I could just go hang out with for free, and they'll talk back to me. I gotta have this miniature homeless guy with a giant beard hanging out for $350.
Rob Just a Fan says stuff I'd like to get. Bespin 2.0 is a maybe for me. Two-Face 2.0 I am getting. And then Iron Man with the glove and the cap with the hammer. We'll get to the Iron Man with the glove in a second. He's coming up. $622 for a quarter scale action figure with a very, very big base. It's very nice. That is as much as yeah.
They're trying to get into. They see how much the statues are going for. They're trying to get into some of that money.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, the base is going to be tremendous. I'm not trying to defend this at all. I think it's way overpriced. But I think it's about $150 overpriced, maybe. I would say that this is around $475 to $500 if I had to guess. But just because the base is so massive. But this is the deluxe edition, I think, which comes with the base, which comes with the wing kind of. But I don't know, man. Like this is like statue. This is like higher than some quarter scale statues even. I mean, it looks great. You get him in a great pose like that, and then you could be sure as shit that this is gonna rip and stretch. So I don't know if I want to spend $622 plus shipping. You're looking at like almost $700 for this thing, and as nice as it is,
yeah, that's more than my car payment and my insurance.
Yeah, man. Like
no,
one guy yelled at me this week going, "Stop trying to talk sense in a collector's group." They yell at me all the time for that. And I'm like, no, someone has to be the voice of reason. I like it too. Who the hell wouldn't like this shit? It all looks good.
Yeah.
But you also got to be like, dude, this is more than my car payment, my car insurance, and my homeowner's insurance for the month. It's just crazy. But it looks nice. So, hey, listen, I'm wondering, here's something that I'd like to ask the people in the chat room as well and discuss. I'm wondering, because these things are so far out, coming out in 2020, 2021, which is the Iron Man figure, actually doesn't even come out for 2 years, the one where he's doing the snap. I'm wondering if they're trying to future-proof themselves. Like, we're going to charge you $622 now for a figure that's not even going to come out for 2 years, so that in 2 years' time, you're actually paying the price of what something would cost 2 years in the future, but you're paying it now. Does that make sense?
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. That may be true.
I see a lot of people say that. I see a lot of people say, "Oh, it's inflation," and it's like, well, it doesn't come out for 2 years, so you're actually paying the price of something, a 2021 price on something that's really, you're paying for in 2019. But
which means I'm going to be terrified of the prices in 2021, man. Shit.
When we start pre-ordering stuff, then yeah, exactly. This is going to be a 6-scale figure in 2021, which to me is ridiculous, but it is something to consider. We're going to try and get Kyle. Oh, speaking of which, let me get us back on for a second. We're going to be getting Kyle back on. I spoke to the lady from Cryptozoic, our friend Amanda. She's coming on either August 10th. We're trying to set up the whole month of August, right? So next week, the first month, we're going to be doing, because it's our anniversary month, we're going to have Nick Nack's Plastic Planet back on with us. So Nick Nack will be joining us next week. The week after that, you're looking at Amanda from Cryptozoic. And if she doesn't join us on the 10th, she may want to push it back to the 24th, because she says the longer we wait, the more stuff she'll actually have to show in hand, like for the live stream. Like, she'll have product to actually show you what it's going to look like. So we may hold her off until the 24th. If she goes on the 24th, we're going to have fill something else in on the 10th. We are not doing a show on the 17th. August 17th, we're taking a week off. That's like the wife has got like a big night out and I'm in charge of the kids. So August 17th is a night off for us. And then we're going to close off the next 2 weeks in August with some really cool shit. Hopefully we'll have the Cryptozoic lady with us. Anyways, back to what we were looking at. So yeah, really overpriced Spider-Man into, this is pretty cool. $375, not bad. Look at the size of the statue. They've released this in the blue with the blue Batman, but it had so many problems with it, and it had so much like breakage issues and paint issues. They're actually really re-releasing with the black Batman, and for $375 ain't actually bad for a statue that's that big. I kind of like it. I'm a little upset that they don't have like a wraparound look for it, but that's pretty much what it's going to look like. Let's see. I spin it around. I can just move it up and down. So it's pretty cool. It's got a nice little diorama effect for those guys that are, not into toys. You like statues. That's a pretty cool statue. And I'm not even a statue guy. You guys want statues? Go watch Darth Castle. He's our buddy, and he's a statue guy. Let's see. What else? They got a pewter Wolverine collectible for $550. I don't know why anybody would do that. Let's see. They have mad expense. This is kind of cool. And wow, it's already on wait list. Wow. 149 11 by 14 landscape, where you can get it. Obviously, the bigger you get it, 20 by 32, that's humongous. Or 14 by 22 is pretty big too. But 11 by 14 is a nice size. And this is a pretty cool print. This one is actually, I think, a pretty cool print. And it's limited to 50 pieces. It's simple.
Wait, dude, are you screen sharing? Because I don't see anything.
Oh, shit, man. You got to say something, man.
I didn't realize. There you go.
There we go. So,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I just went over the whole
Batman. But I could always just...
What the fuck I was looking at, right?
I could always just print that out, like, from my computer and get, like, a really high-def, like, GIF or something and just print that out and
I
put it in a frame myself.
So special. I mean, no, it is nice. Don't get me wrong. But let's see. I want to read something here. It says here, the photos are developed using the chromogenic print process and printed on archival quality paper. The print is hand framed in black wood and blah blah blah, acid free matting, UV acrylic, prevent fading, and sold ready to hang. Yeah, so it's on high quality paper, and it's like, I guess, whatever the fuck.
Blah 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 blah. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, there are a lot more people care than you think, bro. Apparently, we're the ones in the minority on this.
Okay. Well,
do that.
Yo, get a high def image of that and just print it out on some decent printing paper and pop it into a $20 frame, and you're good to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, Havoc Dog says if they had a 2-year payment plan, so you pay $30 a month, it wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, but this is where that gets dicey, bro. Havoc, you got $30 a month for this, $30 a month for this, $30 a month for this, $30 for, like, come on, you're not just gonna have, it's not, we both know it's not $30. We both know it's like 3 or 4 pre-orders at once going off, and that's just way too much to handle. I can't handle a $90 to $100 and something a month thing, especially during like the Christmas season and stuff like that. Especially if you guys, like I got other things I got going on, as far as like reviews and all kinds of other shit, kids and all that. But whatever, I can understand how somebody would be able to do that if that's what they were going to do. I'm trying to stick with Civil War stuff with Nolan. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. By the way, are you going to get Jazz Inc. with us? Yes, I am working on. I've been working on Jazz Inc. since January. But the problem with Jazz Inc. is that they're so far ahead of us. They're 14 hours ahead that I have to go live at like 10 o'clock or like 11 o'clock in the morning. More than that, I have to go live at like 9 o'clock in the morning for him to be on at like 7 o'clock at night. Later for him even. Like I'd have to go. It's or is he only 8 hours ahead? He's like 8 to like 14 hours ahead or some crazy shit. So I got to figure out what his time difference is and then adjust accordingly. And I usually work on Saturdays, and that's what's been kind of holding this whole process up. But yes, he will be on eventually. He already agreed. He's like, yeah, I'm definitely coming on. I'm down. AliExpress will print that for $5 probably. Answer, then charge $200 to some schmuck, drum roll clang. Yeah, all right, these guys are having fun in the chat.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm a schmuck for certain things, man. I got a bunch of fucking prints I bought at Comic-Cons for like, I don't know, $30, $40 to have the artist sign, and then I went and paid like $150 to have it framed. Because I don't just throw them in any frame. I like that anything I have framed that I'm gonna hang up, has to be in like super legit, like all uniformed with the same mat. I'm like a crazy bastard when it comes to that. This is another thing I like. I like this print too. I don't know if I like this one more or less than the than the Iron Man, because I like Captain America more. But I think that's an awesome Captain America print, especially if you're going to have like Cap and Iron Man side by side. That'd be pretty dope.
Yo, check it out. Okay, the ending of Civil War, the ending of Endgame, right? Doesn't it look like Zack Snyder filmed it? Like the background,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. It has a very Zack Snydery look to it. It does.
Yeah.
It does. Okay. Speaking of overpriced, okay, you gonna say something?
No, Iron Man. There we go.
Yeah. Speaking of overpriced action figures, yeah, this is amazing, and I'm passing on it. I had said that this was one of my must-haves for the convention, and Baz has said that this was a one of his must-haves as well. I don't know if Baz, if you're still going to go and do what your plan was.
Yeah, I don't know.
But at $446 plus shipping and tax,
I think I got enough time to think about it.
yeah, I don't know. It's like a little. I mean, yeah, you got basically it's shipping in 2 years and like 3 months if it doesn't get delayed. But this is crazy, guys. This is a crazy overpriced figure. Crazy. To me, this is $150. Nah, 300 and this is at least $100 overpriced. $100 to $120 overpriced. I feel as though this is a kick in the nuts to us collectors, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if you guys want this. That's great. I want it too. This is something that I really badly want. I'm not spending $446 on it. That is almost $100. That's more than 100. This is $150 more than my car payment. So that ain't happening.
Come in.
See them anywhere. Yeah, no, I wouldn't know either, dude.
What?
Yeah, the Mark said this is just outrageous. I believe one of the last few.
Close the door.
Yo, mute yourself, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ, this kid. Yeah, come inside.
One of the last die-cast figures, I think it was like 400 and something. I don't even like this armor that much to begin with in the movie. This is like one of my least favorite Iron Man armors. I just like this whole scene idea, gauntlet. Like I would never display him like this. For me, this isn't for me. I didn't like the nano idea. That's just not my Iron Man. But the color scheme is good, and the figure itself is fantastic. It's amazing. The price is overpriced for me. I'm not doing it. Sorry. So this went from being a huge thumbs up must have to a thumbs down, because I got to be, we got to be sensible here. I can't just be like throwing money out the window. Especially since I'm spending $350 on that damn Gandalf, which to me, in my opinion, you guys might not think Gandalf is as cool as Iron Man, but I do. And he also is, it just looks way better than anything Hot Toys is doing right now. In my opinion, that is.
I have a Gandalf down the block.
Stop. Just stop.
I'm going to hang out with him, and we're going to talk about his life. And it's going to save me $350.
I'm going to have to get a new co-host. For $20 more, you can get a massive Iron Patriot figure that a lot of other people are going crazy over. What do you guys think in the chat? Obviously, we thought of the it looks good. Does it look good for the price though? Especially since it's not coming with Rocket. They're obviously selling them separate. $469. Not for me. I don't think he's cool enough for that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These prices are getting ridiculous, man. What's going on, dude?
This is going to wind up turning into the Marvel Legends show eventually.
Yeah.
If prices continue like this.
Come on. I love the Marvel Legends. Look, we're off. Sorry. All right, Theoden. Nice. $190. Why is Theoden so cheap?
Because he's Asmus.
Demand?
Asmus.
Oh, Asmus.
Okay. Yeah. The head sculpt ain't gonna look like this. I got news for you. The head sculpt, the head sculpt is gonna look close to this. It ain't gonna look that good, but the armor and the weapons will look as good. So everything you see, except for the head sculpt with the helmet on will look very close to that. But the head sculpt with like this isn't gonna look like that. It's gonna look like something like that. It's gonna look a lot softer. I know Asmus's ordeal, and since this isn't part of that Crown series, it's gonna look really good, but it ain't gonna be this good. But the weapons and the armor will be, because they've never disappointed on that. So what do you think? You think the armor looks good? I think it looks pretty friggin' fantastic.
Oh yeah, the arm looks really detailed. Nice.
Trying to get a full body shot there. There you go. So yeah, he looks great. I mean, I would probably if I'm gonna get, I'm not getting him because I don't need Theoden for my collection. But Danny Lee, all these 1/6. I wish I was born rich instead of good looking. Well, hey, listen, Mr. Lee, if you're that good looking, go get yourself a girl, right? Since you're so damn good looking, and have her buy you this shit. Just playing, bro. Yeah. So, and then someone else wrote, let's see, Rob just a fan. I wish it was War Machine. Yeah, you're probably gonna get that same figure in like, what's this bullshit they're doing lately? Concept art versions. So you'll probably get like a black and white version of that. You know, whatever. And then you can get your War Machine version. There you go. Venom Pool, 405 Baz.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, I'm seeing people go nuts over this too now. This is from the Contest of Champions. So basically now, this is where Hot Toys to me becomes literally Marvel Legends. Does it look cool? They all look good. Whatever. That's not what we're talking about here. I'm trying to be as honest and as upfront with you guys as possible. If they're going to start doing things like Contest of Champions and like regular just comic book versions of characters, I'm out until they start doing classic movie stuff like Tombstone or Rocky or Rambo or something like updating their Indiana Jones line. Give us a Henry Jones. Give us a friggin' I don't know. Give us something classic. Give us Lethal Weapon, something like that. The Space Marines from Aliens, something. Venom Pool. It's not even like First of all, I don't even like Deadpool. I think he sucks. And Venom to me is only cool. There's only one iteration of Venom I like, and that's the Todd McFarlane Venom. So this is a complete no in my book. If someone else loves it and thinks it looks great, great. Put them in your collection. It's going to be awesome. But for $405, I'm sitting this one out as well.
What constitutes $405? What is it? The accessories or the girth, the size?
Yeah, this is the size basically. I don't even think he comes with any accessories. Well, he comes with an alternate head. Let's see. Come on, you silly bastard. Let's see. Mel Gibson, Road Warrior, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. There you go. Always rely on Rob Just a Fan to come out with the bangers. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Yeah, I want to ask you something about Mezco when we're done with this, by the way.
You got looks like an urgent call. Comes with a phone, a face with the tongue out, the tongue out face, the additional grinning sculpt. He comes with guns and swords, and he looks like the Hulk or Venom. And Hulk had a kid with Deadpool. I don't know. It's just weird. I never got the love for this character.
This is in the comics?
Yeah, no, it's from Contest of Champions, the mobile game. Not even the comics. They're doing mobile games now.
Oh,
this is just a waste of resources, in my opinion. I don't know, man. Like to each his own, but this isn't for me. Let's see. We looked at Theoden. Rocket is $212. I think that's overpriced too. Again, I hate to say this. I know we went over these figures last week, and he looks great. So I guess if you want a Rocket figure, it's awesome. But this figure should not be more than $180. Like, how is Theoden less money?
He does look really good. What does he come with?
Let's see. So yeah, they want to pose him with everybody else to make it not like you're just getting a little. Well, he does come with the Infinity Gauntlet.
What?
He comes with the Infinity Gauntlet, whatever this thing is here, and two guns. So he's got two guns, a stand, the Infinity Gauntlet, and a red dildo, a red and silver dildo.
Hey, Gamora! I got
Brock,
something for you.
CM Brock says, and they're not giving us Cyborg. Shake my head. Yes, you're not getting Cyborg, everybody. Howard Chan was asked by someone at the con, and they are not making Cyborg. He is now off the table. So, way to go! Way to go, Hot Toys. We applaud you. I wasn't doing the Justice League anyway. I'm more of a Batman guy. I got a couple of Supermans, and that's it. Big thumbs down. You kind of just like left everybody hanging, just like you did with most of your other stuff, which is why I don't go all in on things. You got to collect what you like and not go, I'm going to make the whole team, because they almost didn't even make Drax a couple of years ago. So you got to be careful with Hot Toys, man. They make great stuff, the best stuff ever, if and when they make it. So it's weird.
I kind of want a Rocket, but I can't. Like, that price is a little. I don't know.
And he's small. He's the size of a Mezco figure, dude. You know, it's like I don't know
What?
where they get off doing that. Yeah, he's tiny. It's 12. It's 6 scale, but he's smaller than he's like Yoda. He's tiny, super tiny.
And then if you don't have him, if you don't pair him up with a regular size figure, he's out of place.
Exactly. If he's just standing there on his own, like it's kind of like.
Yeah.
Merman is 170, which is pretty cool. I know that Julio, if he happens to be watching, or I know he'll probably catch us on another stream or something like the Merman's 170. I know he's all in on these, and that's actually a pretty damn good price point, I would say. You know, considering all the crazy amount of detail that this character comes with, plus the 2 head sculpts. So again, it's more cartoony looking. It's kind of like a big version of the Masters of the Universe figure itself, except with more detail and better paint. But like here, look, you know, it's basically a big Masters of the Universe figure with multiple hands. So I don't know if you could justify that at 170, but the 2 head sculpts are pretty cool. I actually like this bottom head sculpt more. I like to me, it's scarier looking. It's just reminding me of the old classic stuff. The new head sculpt.
That's the original. Yeah, that's the original head.
Yeah. So yeah, and he comes with this trident and shit. So for 170, that's not too bad. Again, see, we're trying to be reasonable here. Do I like Iron Man more? Hell's yeah. Fuck Merman. I love Iron Man, you know? Rocket Raccoon's cooler than Merman, but for the price, you're getting a better bang for your buck with the Merman. And they got a bunch of backpacks and a $1,000 Batman bust and whatever else. I don't know. Like anything else that catches your eye, Baz, or anybody in the chat? I mean, I think we looked over this stuff recently.
What is that right there? Is that Thor or something?
Put this down here.
Yeah, what is that?
This is no, it's not Thor. This is a character from a video game, like an anime character statue with a wolf.
I thought it was like female Thor or something.
Oh God, please! We're gonna get into that in a couple of minutes too. So that's the collectible. So as far as I'm concerned, Sideshow's done. I'm gonna stop the screen share, go back to the both of us, and Baz. Now you can tell me what you got to tell me about.
Okay, now hold on. Let me see.
Oh, Sheehan Brock said, check out the Mondo Catwoman. She's nice. Yeah, we checked out the Mondo Catwoman a couple of weeks ago. I think last week with the 2.
Now with all these ridiculous prices, like $600, $700, this is what I would spend $700 on.
Hold on, you're screen sharing. I'm going to add to screen, and oh God,
there you go. That's worth $700.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe an hour.
$100.
How much? $700 an hour, or
is the waist to hip ratio? Is that legit? Is this a legit?
Oh no, this is legit. Yeah, this is legit.
You know, I mean, this might be. You know,
that's Brazil.
I don't know if that's
Brazil.
Scale. That's Brazilian scale. That's what it is. It's Brazilian scale.
All right, guys. So.
There you go.
Stop wasting your money on toys.
What are you going to ask me about? Snapper.
Oh, Mezco. Okay. Mezco is what's up with the Moon Knight coming out so quick, man?
Well, that was because of the that's not the all white Moon Knight. That's the Moon Knight that has the black in it. That's the
you sure? Yeah.
Moon Knight, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like that version.
That's also probably not gonna ship out right away either. They usually wait like a month or 2 before that's even probably gonna be shipped out. So everybody that was at the con will have theirs early. Can't see the face sculpt, not worth the risk. Oh, awesome. Don't you guys just love the family here? It's such a nice, warm feeling I get when I see a comment like that. As a matter of fact, I'm putting that up on the screen. Can't see the face sculpt, not worth the risk. There you go. You're getting. Anybody drops a comment that's really awesome, I'm putting you up in the on the page there. And Rob, just a fan, comes with the trust me, toys are cheaper than those women. Awesome, good stuff. Okay, so moving along. Let's see what we got here. I watched The Boys. Baz watched The Boys. I saw the first 2 episodes last night. Baz, you saw the first episode on Amazon Prime. I cannot recommend this show enough to you guys. You guys gotta, you know what? Just leave. Just go leave the stream. All 12 of you get the fuck out of here and go watch The Boys on Amazon Prime. That's how good it is. Baz, what'd you think of the first episode?
It's not spoilers, right?
Non-spoilers. No one saw it. It just came out last night, so try to keep it not so spoilery.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. I mean, this was originally put out by Wildstorm Comics I think around 2006, 2007, written by Garth Ennis. After 6 issues, it went to Dynamite Comics, and for a altogether a 72 issue run. It's like kind of like my one of my favorite genres, like like Watchmen. It's kind of like taking the superhero trope and like putting it into a real life setting. So it's basically like superheroes done in the real world. Like, would they be corrupted by celebrity and money and power? And yes, some of them would. So
yeah, it's awesome.
And then Carl Urban was excellent. Carl Urban is just like one of the best male actors working in genre movies. I mean, he was in Lord of the Rings, Star Trek. Dread. I mean, this guy could be anybody in any genre type movie. So he's excellent in this. That scene where he fights the Invisible Man character was friggin' excellent.
That was an excellent fight scene. So this is the premise of the show, basically, without giving up the spoilers. There's a Justice League, but they're not the Justice League. So just to keep it non-spoilery, I'm going to be using words that don't necessarily match up with the show, but just to give you guys the idea. So there's a Justice League, and they're run by a corporation. A corporation owns, like a corporation has a superhero in every town in America, and they've privatized the police force, basically, and they keep America safe, right? So in every state, mostly every city, they have like superheroes that are leased through this corporation, basically. And the corporation it's like a gazillion-dollar corporation, and they're running things, and now they want to like get involved with they want to infiltrate the military, but not sneakily. They want to like sublease superheroes to the military to become more global. Hey, Paula's watching. What's up, Paula? And Massimo, what's up? So they're corrupt. They're like consumed by vanity. There's like a Superman character. Like every character in the Justice League has their anagram on the show, right? You have like your Superman character, your Aquaman character, your Wonder Woman character. You have a character that's like Batman, your Flashlight character, and everybody doesn't really act like those. It's not like, oh, that's exactly that person. They just look like Superman and Wonder Woman and this guy and that guy. But they're just a bunch of corrupt assholes. But they keep the world safe. So while they're saving it 1 minute, they're real degenerate and kind of like snarky and slimy and just like the lowest of the low behind the scenes. And Carl Urban plays a character that is out to expose them for who they really are. And it's fucking hilarious. It's mad funny. The action is great. It's well acted. The costumes are a little hokey looking, but it plays well into the real world aspect of it. It's just really well done, man. You can tell they spent.
One of the main characters named Huey that starts off. You're introduced to him in the beginning of the show. His girlfriend is accidentally gets. Can we say this? Or?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it because it was a shocking. It was a shock. It was a shocker.
Oh,
it was.
Yeah, all right. No spoilers.
Rocking with the show.
All right, something happens to his significant other. And Carl Urban, goes to recruit him into this group that spanks superheroes whenever they do bad things.
Oh, hold on, wait. So Havoc Dog says that it's in the trailers. So is the thing with the girlfriend in the trailer? Because I didn't see it coming. I didn't know it was in the trailer. So if it's in the trailers and he confirms it, then Baz, you can talk about it. Because if it's in the trailer.
Okay, there's a scene where he's talking to his girlfriend. She's standing just off the curb of the street. And they're having this nice moment together, and then all of a sudden, she disappears. And it just so happens the Flash speedster of the seven, I believe his name is A-Train, ran right through her, and she just turned into just became mush, just blood and skeleton, and she just blew up,
like floating in the air. It's nuts, guys.
Yeah, he just ran right through her, and he was like, it was an accident, but he was like, "Oh, I can't stop," and he kept running, and then later on they covered up and meanwhile she was just
it's like
right off the curb, and there's a mystery as to what he was doing. Like supposedly the cover-up story was that he was trying to stop a bank robbery, but there was no bank robbery, what you call it, and happening at the time. So there's a mystery as to why he was running so fast. He had a bag on him or something. So I haven't seen the rest of the story. So there's something to do with that.
Yeah, no, it's and the second episode is even crazier and wilder than the first. It ends ridiculous. So Rob Just a Fan says, so it's like that horrible Will Smith movie. No, it's not. It's like
no.
It's like you're right. Havoc Dog goes, okay, now you're going into spoilers. It's more like it's like a Watchmen infused with comedy. Would you say a lighter Watchmen?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Watchmen meets like what kind of comedy? Would you say the comedy is more like in the vein of Pulp Fiction kind of comedy?
Yes. Yeah. Reminds.
It's like
it's got that '90s vibe. Yeah.
It's got it's like the Watchmen filmed through like a Quentin Tarantino filter, kind of. Not dialogue wise, more like
that part. Carl Urban's character's named Billy Butcher.
Yeah.
And that whole joke. Did you? What
Don't
was that Matrix? The Matrix joke. There was two of them.
Yeah.
There was two Matrix jokes.
It's funny. It's definitely worth the watch. At least look, if you got Amazon Prime, watch it. Or at least give it I gave it I was like, all right, we're gonna give this 15 minutes, and then I was like, oh my god, that was crazy. Oh my god, that was crazy. And then I was like, all right, I'm into it. I like the characters. They're funny, and they're
See, basically, this is when I complain about Disney owning everything and just taking over the market for superhero films. It's I worry about losing stuff like this. Okay.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Disney would never make a film like this.
See, I want Disney to. Oh well, I guess it's Disney, but I want Marvel to own all their characters because I want all the Marvel characters to be under the Marvel banner. Whereas I want Warner Brothers to take a page out of Marvel's book, but I want them to stay Warner Brothers. I want Warner Brothers. I love Warner Brothers. My favorite cartoons are the Warner Brothers characters, Bugs Bunny and all those guys. I want that company to stay what it is, but I want them to take a page out of Marvel's book by not necessarily making movies like Marvel, but to be a little bit more consistent and kind of look, it's as easy as this. Get Bruce Timm on the phone and give him $1 billion to run your movie studio. Done. End of discussion. That's it. I want it to be separate, but it's good enough. Let's say, if this is a success, maybe we'll get a more comic accurate Wanted series or maybe Irredeemable. I enjoyed The Boys and can't wait for season 2. Wow. Yeah. I guess he must have ripped through the whole season. Yeah. Now I'm going to watch the next 2 episodes tonight. What about MGM? What do they have? Do they have any type of superhero property or anything like that?
They have Wizard of Oz, right? That's all I know.
MGM. Here's a Universal. I want Universal to stay Universal, and I want them to actually make a Universal like what they were going to do. They were going to make the Avengers, but with the Universal
Monsterverse. Yeah.
But they need to make it not PG-13. Maybe a hard PG-13, like not R, but pushing the envelope a little and make them smaller movies. The world is exploding, buildings are collapsing, shit is old, man. I want to see small, $60 million budget movies where they focus on the genre and the horror element of it, as opposed to, watching a Dwayne Johnson movie. You know what I'm saying?
What's that studio that's is it Blumhouse? They make the horror movies.
Yeah,
and they make them for the budgets are always low, but they're really good.
Yeah, because the stories have to be good. Then that's the issue. Is that if the budget is small? This was a conversation I was having with my 14-year-old niece. When we were talking about movies, and she's like, I don't like the 80s. I don't like the movies. And I'm like, did you ever watch them? She goes, no, I don't like it. I don't care. I don't like the way it looks. And I'm like, this is the issue that you need to realize, youngin. In the 80s, they actually had to write movies. Not all movies were greatly written, but they had to rely more on story and dialogue than they had to, in the 80s, kind of into the early to mid 90s, before they just started turning up the dial on the CGI. So I want to see more of that. I'd like to see more character-driven Universal monster type stories. I think that would be cool for Universal. But they shoot themselves in the foot by trying to get Tom Cruise to make it a blockbuster, and you got to start.
It's Blumhouse. They made movies like Paranormal Activity, The Purge, Get Out, Insidious.
There you go. Speaking of which, I saw Us. Speaking of horror movies, I saw Us recently, and I actually liked it. I enjoyed it. Did you see it?
You froze up. I missed all that. What happened? What'd you say?
I saw. I said, speaking of zombies, Not zombies. Speaking of horror movies, I saw Us, which is the next movie from the guy that did Get Out from
Oh, Peel?
Kevin Peele, whatever his name is. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's Peele. I thought it was pretty good. I like the sci-fi twist element to it. Again, it plays out like an episode of the Twilight Zone. It's
Mhm.
his movies are basically like really long episodes of the Twilight Zone. That's how his movies
Yeah.
play out. I don't know if you saw Get Out, but I kind of recommend that now. Although I didn't really like it that much when I first saw it, but after seeing Us and liking Us, I got to go back now and rewatch the other one because it's actually was cool. Had a really cool sci-fi twist at the end. His movies
Yeah.
have like these weird, like not. I didn't see that coming twist. There's a twist, and you got to kind of like you can guess what the twist is, but it's just the way it was executed was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. I like Creep Show, Chucky, Wyvern Crawl was good. I didn't see Crawl. I heard that was pretty wild. The new Zombieland. Beggy says that the new Zombieland movie looks good. Yes, it does. I like Zombieland. I like the first one. It was cool. It was
Oh, I love Zombieland, man.
yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but
no, the trailer is good, man. It looks funny. It's the same shit, you know. It's like they run into like doppelgangers of themselves, kind of. Where like Tallahassee sees a guy that's acting just like Tallahassee, and then the other guy sees a nerdy guy that's with him, and the girls are like, "Are we seeing double?" Like they play that joke out in the trailer, but it's cute. Like it has like a charm to it, the way the jokes in the last movie did.
yeah.
Some of them were kind of like goofy, the jokes, but the movie had a little bit of a charm to it.
That Bill Murray cameo
Exactly.
was fucking awesome.
Exactly. They're gonna have another movie too that they're keeping on the hush hush.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
Probably Dan Aykroyd, right?
yeah, that would
do the Ghostbusters.
fuck, I just got a text from somebody. Harris. Oh shit, I'm getting texts from people now, guys I work with whenever they're out, and they're showing me like, hey, look at this, something I saw while I was out. Batman statue. All right, where were we? What the fuck were we talking about? Talking about all right, the boys. Yeah, so the boys would go watch it. Thumbs up. We did the collectibles of the week. Baz, have you seen the Batman Hush cartoon?
No, I have not. I'm waiting for it to be put on DC Universe app.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. This is an unpopular opinion because I see a lot of people going goo goo gaga over this as well. Not a fan. It's a lot different than the comic. It's the comic. It has a twist in it. I'm not gonna say what the twist is. The twist is kind of whack. It's kind of really whack, actually. When even Grayson, I watched it with Grayson, Grayson was like, "That's kind of stupid." Like the twist in the end, they have like a different twist, and it's kind of stupid. The action scenes are great. The animation is tired. I'm done with that animation style. It's getting old. They need to do something else because this is like I feel like I'm watching the same movie now over and over again. It's like wow, the action is awesome. Did you see that fight scene? That was kind of stupid. Why did this character do that? Why did they make that decision? Whatever. It was very forgettable. They took a good comic that was like the greatest hits of Batman and tried to do something a little newer and different with it. And I noticed a lot of people online are saying stuff like, as soon as I mentioned that I didn't like it, people are jumping off the stream.
Dude, I only liked Hush as I was collecting it because of the Jim Lee art, and he got to draw everybody in Batman's Rogue Gallery. Other than that, I thought the story was
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they introduced Tom. Oh, forget it. I'm going to get into spoilers. Forget it.
Well, no, this isn't the animation is different.
Okay.
If you had to have read Hush by now, it's over 10 years old. And if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you. Tommy Elliott's
It wasn't much of a mystery. It was obvious who Hush was, and I don't know.
Rob just said, to be fair, animation on Batman versus TMNT was ick. Yeah, but it was a kid's cartoon. That's why I didn't mind it. It was not for us. That was for like 8 and 10-year-olds. So I didn't care. I was like,
I thought Batman looked great. I love the Bronze Age, blue and gray outfit. So.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all over that. Me and Baz are all over that. The actual like color palette. Yeah. So Hush was. Yeah, I like Hush as a character. I like Hush not in the cartoon. I'm talking like in the comic itself now. I think Hush is a cool villain. I like his design, but whatever. The movie was. Spoiler: the Superman died. The Superman run. Yeah. Well, It is what it is. Exactly. So you haven't seen Hush. I thought it was whatever. There's not really much for us to talk about since it's kind of a little bit too new. And Marvel Phase 4. Here's the last topic and the icing on the cake for this week's show. MCU Phase 4, Baz. You got the lineup. What do you think? I'm not liking what I'm hearing from their press conferences. I like what I'm hearing. I think it's interesting. I think for a 2-year phase to introduce these new characters, because look, let's face it, they took the Guardians of the Galaxy, which, to my opinion, always kind of sucked, and they made a great 2 movies out of it. So I think the movies are going to be good. I don't really care about Shang-Chi, and I don't really care about the only movies I really am even interested in this much. I like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness with having Scarlet Witch be with him and stuff. I think that's great.
That was the first one that I'm excited for. And what else? Black Panther 2?
Then that's not even in this phase. It's Black Widow.
Oh.
This phase
is
Black Widow, Shang-Chi. It's Black Widow. I have it up on my phone here. The Eternal.
Black Widow should have came out instead of Captain Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. We got Falcon and Winter. There's a lot of. I'm just talking the movies here because I'm in it for the Falcon and Winter.
Just talk the movies. Yeah.
Just the movies. Black Widow, Eternals. Let's see. Black Widow is May 1st next year, and then the Eternals is next November. Shang-Chi is February 12th, 2021. Then Doctor Strange is May 7th, 2021. And then Thor, Love and Thunder is November 5th, 2021. The only things I'm interested in. Such a stupid title. Is Black Widow and Doctor Strange. I don't because I don't want the first Strange movie. No X-Men, no Fantastic Four. That's going to be the next phase, which is probably why they're doing this multiverse of madness. Blade was announced. Blade's not even in this phase. Blade is going to be, I think, the first movie to kick off the phase 5. And he's going to be introduced according to rumor, he's going to be introduced in the Doctor Strange movie. They will be having that Blade will show up in the Doctor Strange movie. Okay,
that makes sense. He's a supernatural character.
Yeah. So, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is years from now. 5 years from now. You're not going to see that movie.
Well, I think they're going to take a hit monetarily during Phase 4 until they start introducing the Fantastic Four and X-Men, and then they'll be on an upswing again. But Doctor Strange, I'm excited for. Love and Thunder is whatever. I mean, if that appeals for you, then okay.
I know.
To me, it just seems like it's a romance novel.
I didn't read. I'm not going to judge something on the title. I didn't read the comic. People are saying that it was the best Thor run of all time, like the best, like up there with Walt Simonson Thor stuff. I didn't read it. I don't like the idea of Jane Foster becoming her in the movie because I don't like Natalie Portman in these movies. I thought she was the worst thing in Thor 1 and 2. She was the worst part of the movie. Worst aspects. I thought that's why Ragnarok was actually better because they got rid of her character.
She's kind of annoying, right? I mean,
she's annoying. Just like
I liked her in The Professional when she was younger, but other than that, Black Swan was cool. But that's more because I think the story and the director. She was terrible in the prequels.
Yeah, exactly. So I just don't like. Havoc is saying that he's not interested in any of their movies that tell a story from the past. It's time to kind of move it forward. And
then all I hear about the story of Love and Thunder is that Valkyrie is king of Asgard, which whatever king. She's king of Asgard, so she needs to find her queen. So this is what's most important in the story for this next movie. So whatever, not my bag of tea. So
yeah. It is what it is, man.
And Eternals, Angelina Jolie, that's awesome. The actor for Game of Thrones, Rob Stark.
Okay,
he's playing Icarus.
Oh, nice.
The main character of the Eternals.
I didn't lash out, but I kind of pseudo lashed out online about this. Like, how are you guys? Like, I'm seeing people go, "Oh my god, I can't wait for Hot Toys of these movies," and I'm like, I can't get excited to spend $300 on a toy that I've never even seen a movie for. That's just something entirely. Because at this point, you're just interested in the representations of these characters, which I didn't know that the world was full of so many Shang-Chi fans. I've never even heard the name Shang-Chi mentioned since like '89 when I was like 6. But whatever.
And then hold on. So the Eternals, they're like kind of like demigods, right? The Celestials came down long ago and they experimented with the human race, and they split off into 3 different categories. There was the Eternals, what you call it? The what is with Thanos? What was he?
Titan?
No, not a Titan. Well, he's a Titan from whatever. That's where he's from.
Okay.
Titan, right? Wasn't that a moon of Saturn?
Yeah.
Oh, Deviant. He's a Deviant.
Okay.
So it was Deviants, Eternals, and just regular humans, Homo sapiens. Now the Eternals were like demigods, and they were throughout history. They're like they're long lived, right? I don't know if they could die. I don't know if they're immortal, but they live long lives. And humans, they were like the inspiration for the gods that the humans worshipped, right? So Athena, who is played by Angelina Jolie, is the inspiration for Athena, right? She became Athena. Now, Makari, which is the speedster, it became the inspiration and was eventually worshipped as Mercury, right? The god Mercury. So Makari, right? They casted Makari. They gender swapped the character into a woman, a black woman who's deaf. Now that doesn't make any sense, because how she's supposed to be the character is supposed to be the inspiration for a male god.
I want you to take a pause for a second and look in the comments. The last comment.
Yeah.
Do you see who it is?
What is it? Nah.
Zachary jumped on. He says, "Don't listen to these guys." Smiley face. As a Zach's
okay.
watching. Our buddy Zach. We gotta get Zach back on. I contacted him. We were gonna get him on in August. So Zach, we're gonna get you on August 10th or the 24th, and we'll bring the band back together. We've been getting some requests to get us back up and rolling here. Just don't listen to these guys. So go ahead about the gender swapping with deaf people.
Yeah, that's like kind of like, they're doing that to, because they're trying to be woke and all this shit, and it's like it doesn't make sense within the very very basic premise of the whole freaking story. You understand? So, like there's a character that's like a father of all the gods, like he's the High Father, and he's supposed to be like I forgot his name, but like he's Zeus. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that's what I'm a little bit annoyed with, but I still want to see that because I love Jack Kirby's like his whole like the new god stuff. This is like a continuation of Jack Kirby's mythology, which was started with Thor and Asgard, and then when he left Marvel, he continued Asgard with the new gods, because in the first panel of the New Gods #1, the third world was Asgard being destroyed, basically. So yeah, so new gods, and then when he came back to Marvel, that's when he continued his kind of space epic stuff with the Eternals, which is like basically like like a version of Chariots of the Gods, which was a popular book at the time, which is
Stitching, right?
Yeah, which is basically ancient alien theory. So I love all that shit. So I'm really interested in the Eternals. I just don't like some of the casting that was done because of politics, Hollywood politics. But yeah, Doctor Strange all the way. I'm not going to see the Thor movie. That's just like a freaking romance novel kind of shit. Come on, man. Huh?
Just like
nah,
you showed up for Captain Marvel, you fucking.
I went to Captain Marvel because I needed to. I hate watch that. I needed to know what the hell to make fun of. So, you're never gonna let me down with that shit, huh?
Oh no, never. You didn't go see Spider-Man. It made $1 billion. It was great, but you're gonna go watch that shit. I love how you spend your money on shit and not quality. It's great.
You like The Last Jedi. Just wear the Scarlet Letter, dude.
I wear the Scarlet Letter.
You burn at the stake.
When I was I was spewing a little bit of hate towards the Phase 4 stuff, but I wasn't really spewing that much hate. Whatever, just for the sake of time. I was spewing some hate, and some guy actually put me in my place, and I was like, "Oh, it makes a lot of sense." He said, First of all, how could you not be excited about Shang-Chi? It's going to be a kung fu movie done in the Marvel style. So how awesome would it be to actually get a real old school kung fu movie? That's if it's done like that, and that's pretty cool. So you got me there. And
All
he
right, you know
said
how
that
many kung fu movies I could watch? I go to Netflix, type in Asian martial arts, and I got all the kung fu fucking movies I could friggin' watch.
You got
So, no.
he said the Eternals are going to be heavily like the design is going to be very Jack Kirby of the movie. So
Okay.
all right, I don't like the Eternals. I don't really give a shit about the Eternals. I can't even tell you if I like them or not. But if it's Jack Kirby inspired, that's why I like Ragnarok. I love the set design. I could have did a little bit with a little bit less of the Marx Brothers stuff, but the sound design was cool. So it is what it is.
Dude, go on Comixology, bro. I think it's a free for this month or something. Maybe you could look at some old comics. Check out the Eternals, man. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and you shared a Comixology link in the on the thing this month on the official Red Cup page.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Facebook for those of you that are new to this. Okay, I would watch Shang-Chi if they did it in the Tarantino Kill Bill style. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck.
That sounds awesome. Oh, I heard they're talking about doing Kill Bill 3.
Yes, that is other news. That kind of flipped under the radar this week. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
More than pretty awesome.
They're gonna have to continue the story from when she tells the little girl in the beginning when she kills what's her face?
Oh yeah.
Not Cottonmouth. The other one. I should have been Black Mamba.
Oh, he's no movies out. Once Upon a Time or something in America. I don't know. Hollywood.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in America. Yeah,
it's friggin' idiots.
Hollywood. Ridiculous. Yeah, and Shang-Chi's gonna have the real Mandarin in it. The 10 rings of Shang-Chi. And I think that what they're going to wind up doing is instead of having because there's like a lot of problems with the dad. Shang-Chi's dad is really what's his face, right? Fu Manchu. They're going to get rid of Fu Manchu, retcon it, and make it the Mandarin probably. So you'll have your real.
I am your father.
Fucking So, all right, can't wait to get Zach back on.
Did we just get demonetized for that?
Probably. And Rutger Hauer did pass away, so I don't want to.
Oh, how did we forget that shit? Come on, man.
Look, man, guys, I'm putting shit together. I'm on vacation. I got my kids with me this week. It's crazy, bro. I got my kids with me every week, but it's like I'm like super dad this week. Okay, so Rutger Hauer passed. Best Rutger Hauer role or movie that's not Blade Runner because everyone picked it. Like, enough with the fucking Blade Runner love. So I'll go first this time. I always make you go first. I'm going first this time. There's a little known movie from Rutger Hauer. And I'll give you a little bit of backstory here. Back when superhero movies were kind of like not really around that much, and we had to kind of like hold on to every little thing we possibly could because there was really nothing. There was a movie called Blind Justice where he plays a guy that's basically Daredevil, except he has a ninja sword. He has like it's like a bow staff, and he pulls out the ninja sword from it, and he fucks people up with the sword. And it's called Blind Fury, I believe it's called. And it was an awesome movie, and he's the star of it, and he's a blind dude that could like do all kinds of crazy kung fu and shit. So I'm going with Blind Fury as my Rutger Hauer movie. Baz, what's yours?
He was also in Batman Begins. He was the did you get the memo guy?
Yeah.
But The Hitcher, he was excellent in the freaking Hitcher. He was terrifying in that. There was some freaking movie where he was like he could like walk through like dimensions or something. That Blind Fury is awesome. That was great. What year was that? You remember?
Blind Fury? No, I know it's early 90s though. Blind Fury. Blind Fury is 1989. Yep.
Yeah, he was basically Daredevil in that. I remember your brother always used to talk about how he wanted him to play Magneto.
Yeah, dude, come on. 1989 Rutger Hauer would have been a dope Magneto, bro.
Yeah, with the mullet and everything.
Yeah, man. Hell's yeah. He was like, he's not, he had like a stoic look to him. You know, he had like the flowy hair kind of. I think he would have been awesome. He was also good in Smallville. I wouldn't know. I didn't watch that show. I only watched a couple episodes of that show. So let's see. Who are we talking about here? Rudger R-U-D-G. Rudger H-A-U-E-R. Rudger Hauer. And we're going to go to his IMDb page. And we're going to do a little trip down memory lane real quick for this gentleman. All right. Blade Runner, Lady Hawk, The Hitcher, Batman Begins, Blind Fury, Hobo with a Shotgun that I desperately want to see.
Oh, that's campy. It's so awesome. I saw some of that. I didn't see all of it, but it looks good.
Flesh and Blood, Turkish Delight. That doesn't sound like it's, it sounds like a porn movie, but whatever.
Okay, yeah, this movie, okay, it's called Crossworlds. It's a science fiction movie from 96. And he has like this fucking staff. He has this staff in it. And he could like go to different dimensions or some shit like that. I really like that fucking movie. That was good.
He had a lot of B movies too. He was in Sin
He was
City.
in Lady Hawk. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
He was in Nighthawks with Stallone. That was early 80s. Split Second was actually pretty good with the monster. He fights that giant monster and shit. That was like 1992. Let's see. Here's an awesome movie that I always like this movie because I like the story it's based on. Surviving the Game. He was the main guy in Surviving the Game. Remember that movie?
Is that with Ice-T?
That's what Ice-T.
Yeah.
And your favorite resident crazy asshole, Mr. Joshua himself. I always just call him Mr. Joshua. Gary
Busey, yeah.
Yeah. Surviving the Game was cool. I like the short story. For those of you guys that never read that short story, I'm like a literature guy. I was almost a literature major in college. So I suggest reading the actual story that's based on. It's fantastic. Let's see. He was also in a lot of B movies. He was in The Sisters Brothers. I didn't see that yet, but I want to see it. Let's see. Come on. I need something good here.
He was in Lady Hawk in '85 with Matthew Broderick and a young Michelle Pfeiffer. It was like a medieval type kind of movie.
Yeah, what's the face gets the main character in my favorite book gets a lot of shit for that. Ready Player One. They fight over that movie Lady Hawk, and all the side characters talk to Parzival, and they cut on him. That's like his Last Jedi. That he's like, it's a good movie, I'm telling you, and they're like, yeah, you suck, and that fucking movie sucks. If Rob just fan writes, Gary Busey's best movie is The Gingerbread Man. Yeah. So rest in peace, Mr. Hauer. He was not that old. He was 75 years old, and he died in his home overseas in Europe. So we're going to have a great August lined up, a little bit of a break in between. So be sure to tune in next week. We're going to have the Plastic Planet with us. We're going to try to talk maybe some Transformers 1986 cartoon with him, because he loves that movie and so do I. And we gotta think of an excuse to get him back on the Red Cup review. So go check out his channel as well. That's Knickknacks Plastic Planet. Obviously, subscribe here if you haven't already, and check us out on Facebook. That's it, man. Come on, let's build these numbers up. I gotta bite my tongue now every time I talk on YouTube. I actually got an email from YouTube saying you got to watch your monetization stuff because we're, with curses and stuff like that. But we're gonna slip them in there when we can anyway. It seems like everything these days they want to cut your nuts off for everything you do, but we're not gonna do that here. We're gonna swing it back a little bit, but not too much. Baz, anything you want to do to sign us off for the show?
Let me see. Let me think.
Havoc Dog, thanks for coming back, man.
Back
with us.
Punisher is shipping out, right? Mezco.
Yeah. Did you order that Mezco figure?
Yeah, I ordered him like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you'll have that figure probably to show off in the next week or so. So the Mezco Punisher is coming. The Sideshow is getting finally in their Return of the Jedi 6-scale Stormtrooper. So he'll be not this week, but maybe in 2 weeks we'll have him. And Maul is shipping out as well. But Maul, I haven't gotten the thing from Maul yet because I'm getting it through one of the sponsors. So
did you hear anything about the Star Wars theory about the next movie that it may involve time travel?
Really?
Yeah, it's going around. It's some sort of rumor or so.
What did they say?
Started a theory.
What's the theory?
I don't know. Look it out. Look for it. There's a bunch of videos online, man. I don't remember. I was half paying attention.
I was half browsing on my father's side. All right, guys. Always wonderful to have you here. Thanks for participating with us, and we will catch you next week with Nick Nack's Plastic Planet on the Red Cup review. I hope you guys like the new layout. This is pretty much what we got to go with from now on. I kind of dig it. And
Yo, Rob, I'll call you during the week. I gotta go to bed because I gotta wake up at 4 in the morning.
yeah, hell's yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go too. All right. So see you later,
All right.
Baz. See you later, everybody in the chat. Catch you next week.
See you later.